guys, I'm literally so sorry. I keep forgetting to film intros and outros. So now you see future me in my room and you have no idea where the heck I am. You'll find out later next week. So be sure to stay tuned for that. This video is gonna be just mainly the rest of my matches from the UTR tournament. If you didn't watch my previous video, make sure you go watch that. It has more of like my training, more insights, and also my first match. For the rest of the video, just enjoy. It's gonna be a lot of points. Some of them are a bit laggy. The Wi-Fi as I was trying to film wasn't the best. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe. Enjoy the video. Okay, so I started my morning off pretty early and there was an insane line to go to breakfast for some reason today. Anyways, I had breakfast, went to the court, did my little dynamic warm-up, and then also I warmed up with Jordan for about 30 minutes just to make sure everything was loose and feeling good before my match. Starting in the first set, the score was pretty close. I was feeling pretty rusty and didn't really feel like I could hit the ball cleanly. However, I did what I could, and for the most part, we were both just holding our own service games. Either way, I continued to try and open up the court and ended up taking the first set because of the way I was playing. I could tell that I was dictating and in control for the majority of the points. A lot of the points that I lost were because of my own mistakes rather than her hitting a better shot than me. In the second set, she was hitting a lot more consistently. I think she was finally starting to catch her rhythm and it kind of made me hesitate a little bit more. I still wasn't feeling the ball that well, so when I had to play a few more balls, I would rush the point and start going for risky shots rather than just continuing to build out the point. Now in the third set, I think both of us were getting pretty fatigued. It was pretty hot, and after the first few games, I could tell the points were going by quite fast. At 3-4, I had quite a long service game and played out a good point to hold it. Then at this crucial point, her strings broke. It wasn't the first time she broke her strings in this match either, so she had no rackets left of her own to play with. So I knew this was my opportunity to take over the match. And in the end, I did win 6-2, 3-6, 6-4. Okay, so we're gonna do a little small practice session just because I feel like I'm not playing super well and super consistent. So Jordan's here and he's gonna feed me some tennis balls just for a little bit, and then we're gonna go back to the room and do some stretching and end the day off. What?
My leg.
Sorry. This will be quick. I basically did some hitting while Jordan was at the net because of his ankle. He couldn't really move much. I was honestly feeling pretty gassed and tired, but we continued practicing. I definitely needed work on my returns because I was missing so many of them, so that's what we worked on. And then I ate some lunch before we headed back to the hotel. So we are back at the hotel, and like I said, there was a few things that I definitely needed more work on, so we got that done at the courts. But yeah, we are back in the hotel room. I need to stretch and also string my rackets so that all the tension is good and better than it was today. Just rest up and call it a day, since today was quite a tough match. I did get pretty lucky that she broke both of her rackets. It was such a crucial moment as well, so I got lucky. but I also feel like I wasn't going to go down without a fight either. Pretty happy with a majority of my game, just a few things here and there that I was a little upset about. But we'll see how tomorrow goes, hopefully well, and yeah, can't wait for it. This is actually a portable pro stringer that I use, and if you're interested in checking it out or getting one for yourself, the link is down in the description below, and I also have a discount code, so be sure to check it out. I did some laundry, and luckily the hotel also has laundry for the players, which is really nice, so I don't have to hand wash it as I usually do. And this is me looking really lost because I couldn't read Chinese. Now, from the first few points of this match, I knew that I was going to be much harder to stay competitive throughout the match if I had played the same as I did in the past two matches. Either way, from the get-go, I went down 0-4. She was playing at a much faster pace than the previous matches, and I was still not able to feel the ball. I was also playing extremely tight, so I continued to make mistake after mistake. However, sometime between the changeover from 1-4, I took a few breaths and seemed to fully calm down. I was able to see the ball better and caught a rhythm. I got 3 more games but still ended up losing the set. Either way, I was gaining momentum and using it to my advantage. Everything sort of started to click, and I was opening up the court and continuing to move the ball. With this momentum, I went up 4-1 in the second set. But just as quick as that momentum came, it also went away. The referee had made quite a questionable call in my eyes at the time, and because of it, instead of me going up 5-1, I actually ended up losing my service game and it went to 4-2. I couldn't get my head back in the match and started making mistake after mistake. I wasn't focusing on the ball, and as she's a good player, she noticed that and knew it was her chance to get back into the match. In the end, I lost 4-6, 4-6. Okay guys, post-match interview, I guess you can call it. This is directly right after my match. I'm pretty happy, well, somewhat happy with how I played. First set, I think it's mainly just jitters, just hitting a lot of unforced errors. In the second set, I was playing a higher level. I was happy with that. That was how I would like to play for an entire match. Unfortunately, I just couldn't sustain it, especially after that bad call from the ref. And it's my fault for not being able to recover sooner. I mean, I didn't recover at all. Yeah, I just couldn't move on past that point. If I had won that point, then I would have had the confidence to win the second set and then maybe take the third, because I was really happy with the way I was playing. Unfortunately, it's my fault that I wasn't able to get back. And I mean, props to my opponent. She stayed tough. She came back. I was up 4-2. She came back and won the set 6-4. So I mean, she was a tough opponent, and she was definitely at a higher level compared to the past two. But thankfully, because I got to play her, I got a rhythm back and to feel like I can still play. The past two matches, it was like I felt like I couldn't play the ball properly, and because of that, I mean, I felt like I was just getting lucky in my wins. Luckily, with these matches, I get to keep going, win or lose. So it's a good thing that I came out here just to get more matches in. Just a little unfortunate. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get first place in the tournament, but just that focus was the main reason why. I believe I could have been a little bit more physical as well, but overall, not too bad of a day. It sucks to lose. Like, I forgot the feeling. Like, it's heavy in my chest. Definitely going to rest up a little bit more today, prepare for tomorrow. So hopefully it goes well. As I lost one of my matches, I was placed in the second bracket of the tournament. So for this match, it was to determine 5th to 8th place. I started the match off the same as the other matches. I was still missing returns, hitting double faults, but at the same time, I was also playing a few good points here and there. However, in the first set, I was just making way too many errors, and it ended up costing me the set. In the second set, I tried to calm down a little bit since I was pretty frustrated, and I was playing a little more calmer and more rational, and because of that, I went up 3-1. Unfortunately, just like the previous match, I collapsed just as quickly. My focus went away, and I was completely out of the match once again. I was missing every other ball, and just like that, I lost my lead, and the match was over. In the end, I lost 3-6, 3-6. Okay guys, it's right after the match, post-match interview with yours truly. It wasn't my best tennis. I'm not super happy with the way I played. I think I just kept making excuses for myself. In the beginning, Jordan was there watching me, helping me, and I wanted to show him that, I was playing good tennis, which he already knows, but then when I was making mistake after mistake, like, this is not how I've been playing, and I wanted to show him that I've been playing well. I mean, I started off strong, unlike the other matches that I played, and I knew she couldn't really do much to me. I was dictating most of the points, and a lot of the points that she gained were because I was making the mistakes. I also had chances to go up in the second set 4-1, but I didn't put out that energy and put out that focus that I needed to. After I lost that, I think I just, accepted the loss, which was insane. I think my biggest takeaway from this is I have to remember that tennis is not a perfect sport, and that there's going to be points where it's going to be somewhat ugly, or there's going to be some mistakes, little errors here and there, and that's okay, because that's tennis. We're not perfect people. You can play an amazing point and then just shank a forehand the next. I just have to remember that, because I think after I started making a few mistakes here and there, I was very frustrated with myself, thinking, how is this possible? How am I making these mistakes? You know, I don't play like this. This is not my tennis. So I think I need to get past that and definitely not let the points or the calls get to my head. I have to be a little bit more free on the court, not so serious, because I definitely feel like I'm taking every point to heart. That is it for the week. That was our last match. Unfortunately, because I lost, I don't have another one tomorrow. And I'll see you guys back at the room or somewhere else once I get my emotions in check. Yeah. Okay, welcome back to Future Brittany. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. I still have a lot to learn, as you can see from the matches. I mean, I have a few things that I need to work on, and I have a few tournaments coming up, so I'm going to be trying to post every single week as I'm here playing these tournaments. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. If you haven't already, hit that like, hit that subscribe, make sure to turn on post notifications to be notified every single time I post a video. And just like that, I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. And comment down below anything that you see in my game that might need some improvement, or if you guys have any tips or tricks on how you guys manage to stay focused in your matches, because this is definitely a thing that I need to work on, and I know I need to work on. So anything that you guys have in mind, make sure to comment that down below, and I appreciate it a lot. Bye bye.
Ceiling fan blowing cold breeze on your body. I can't tell you really what it is, but you